Big cities. They can be intimidating, especially when you're broke. Skyscrapers seem to mock your empty wallet. The aroma of street food teases your empty stomach, and every bus, train, and taxi represents a luxury you can't afford. But what if I told you that the city, even without spending a dime, could be the ultimate playground? This isn't about romanticizing poverty. It's about embracing the challenge, testing your limits, and discovering the hidden rhythm of urban survival. It's about looking beyond the shiny facade of consumerism and finding adventure in the unexpected. It's about experiencing a city not as a tourist, but as a temporary, resourceful resident. Imagine navigating bustling streets, not with a map, but with intuition and an eye for opportunity. Picture yourself relying on your wits and charm to find food, shelter, and even moments of genuine human connection. This is zero-budget urban exploration, and it's an adventure unlike any other. So, pack light, leave your wallet behind, and join me as we dive headfirst into the concrete jungle. Let's see if we can not only survive for 24 hours on absolutely nothing, but also uncover the soul of a city often obscured by the price tag of conventional travel. Let's be real. The first rumble in your stomach can turn this adventure sour pretty quickly. But fear not, the city is a surprising provider for those who know where to look. Dumpsters, especially behind bakeries or supermarkets, are gold mines. Day-old bread, discarded fruits, and perfectly edible leftovers often find their way into these urban treasure chests. Remember, one person's trash is another's feast. Always inspect before consuming, and a little common sense goes a long way. Public parks often host festivals and events, leaving behind a trail of uneaten snacks and discarded picnic baskets. A keen eye and a bit of timing can turn these leftovers into a veritable feast. Don't underestimate the power of a smile. Approach food vendors at the end of their day, and you might be surprised by their generosity. Unsold goods are often better given away than tossed out, and your genuine story might be all it takes to secure a free meal. This isn't about begging, it's about building connections and demonstrating resourcefulness. The city, in its own quirky way, provides. You just have to be willing to look beyond the obvious and embrace the unexpected bounty that often goes unnoticed. As the sun dips below the cityscape, the need for shelter kicks in. Don't even think about fancy hotels or cozy hostels. We're on a zero-budget mission, remember? The first rule of urban camping is discretion. Parks, while tempting, often come with watchful security guards and unwelcome surprises. Seek out hidden nooks and crannies, alleys behind buildings, or even rooftops with limited access. Remember, we're not looking for comfort, but a safe haven for a few hours of sleep. A lightweight hammock strung between two sturdy trees in a secluded park can become your temporary penthouse suite. Just be sure to choose your spot wisely and avoid areas with high foot traffic. If all else fails, public transportation can be a surprisingly viable option. Late-night buses or trains, especially those with multiple routes, offer a moving bed for a few hours. Just be prepared for a bumpy ride and the occasional curious glance from fellow passengers. Remember, safety is paramount. Trust your instincts and avoid areas that feel unsafe or compromised. Sleeping under the stars, even amidst the city's glow, has its own charm. It's a stark reminder of our basic needs and the resourcefulness we're capable of when pushed outside our comfort zones. Navigating the urban jungle without spending a dime requires creativity and a touch of audacity. Hitchhiking, though often frowned upon in cities, can be surprisingly effective. Position yourself near on-ramps or busy intersections, hold up a sign with your destination, and flash your most disarming smile. Remember, hitchhiking is about trust and human connection. Be prepared to tell your story, engage in conversation, and express gratitude for the ride. Walking, while seemingly tedious, can be an adventure in itself. Not only is it free and healthy, but it also allows you to experience the city at your own pace, discovering hidden gems and soaking in the urban tapestry. Look for free walking tours, often offered by hostels or tourism boards. They're a great way to learn about the city's history and landmarks, while covering a significant distance without spending a dime. Public transportation, while tempting, can quickly drain a non-existent budget. However, many cities offer free transfer zones or short-distance rides within certain areas. The key is to study the transit system, identify these free zones, and strategically plan your movements. Urban travel, when done on a zero budget, becomes a game of strategy, observation, and a dash of good fortune. Section 5. The kindness of strangers. One of the most surprising discoveries of zero-budget travel is the kindness of strangers. When you're stripped of your material resources, you're forced to rely on the generosity of others, and more often than not, people step up. A simple request for directions can turn into an impromptu conversation, a shared meal, or even an offer of temporary accommodation. Don't be afraid to share your story, your challenges, and your reasons for embarking on this unusual adventure. People are drawn to authenticity and are more likely to help someone who is genuine and appreciative. One evening, while searching for a place to sleep, I struck up a conversation with an elderly gentleman outside a bakery. He was captivated by my story and invited me to stay at his place, offering me a warm meal and a place to rest my weary head. This act of kindness, offered without hesitation, was a powerful reminder of the inherent goodness that exists in humanity, often obscured by the hustle and bustle of city life. These encounters, fueled by genuine human connection, are the ones that transform a simple adventure into a profound life experience. Section 6. Unexpected encounters. Traveling on a zero budget throws you headfirst into the heart of the city, bringing you face-to-face with a cast of characters you'd likely never meet otherwise. From street musicians sharing their soul through melodies, to homeless individuals offering surprisingly profound life lessons, every encounter is a chance to broaden your perspective. I once met a woman who lived in a makeshift shelter under a bridge. She had a knack for finding discarded treasures and transformed her space into a haven of creativity. Her resilience and optimism, despite her circumstances, were deeply inspiring. These encounters challenge our preconceived notions and remind us that everyone has a story to tell, a unique perspective to share. Embrace these interactions with open arms and an open mind. They are the unexpected gifts of this unconventional journey. The city becomes a living, breathing tapestry woven with stories of resilience, hope, and the enduring spirit of humanity. These stories, often unheard and unseen, are the hidden treasures of the urban landscape. Section 7. Lessons from the concrete jungle. Surviving 24 hours in a city without spending a dime is more than just a test of resourcefulness. It's a crash course in adaptability, resilience, and the art of finding the extraordinary within the ordinary. It forces you to shed your dependence on material comforts and embrace the freedom that comes with having nothing to lose. You learn to appreciate the simple things: a free meal, a safe place to sleep, a moment of genuine human connection. The city, stripped of its commercial facade, becomes a classroom, teaching you valuable lessons about yourself and the world around you. You realize that happiness is not tied to possessions, but to experiences, connections, and the ability to find joy in unexpected places. The challenges you overcome, the kindness you encounter, and the stories you collect become invaluable souvenirs, far more precious than any trinket bought in a tourist shop. It might sound counterintuitive, but there's a strange sense of liberation that comes with having no money, even if it's just for 24 hours. Suddenly, the pressure to consume, to conform, to keep up with the Joneses vanishes. You're no longer bombarded by advertising, enticed by window displays, or tempted by the endless stream of consumer goods. You're free to simply exist, to observe, to connect with your surroundings and the people in them on a deeper level. This freedom allows you to appreciate the city's true character, the pulse of its people, the rhythm of its streets, the stories whispered in its alleyways. It's a reminder that happiness and fulfillment are not tied to material possessions, but to experiences, connections, and the freedom that comes from living authentically. This detachment from material desires, even if temporary, can be incredibly liberating, allowing you to reassess your priorities and reconnect with what truly matters. The Zero Budget Challenge is, in essence, an exercise in urban minimalism. You're forced to pare down your belongings to the bare essentials, carrying only what you can comfortably manage. This minimalist approach extends beyond material possessions to your mindset as well. You learn to appreciate the functionality of objects, the value of experiences over possessions, and the importance of resourcefulness and adaptability. The city, with its overwhelming abundance and constant temptations, becomes a training ground for practicing mindful consumption and appreciating the beauty of simplicity. You begin to see the city through different eyes, noticing the intricate details of architecture, the vibrant street art, the subtle changes in light and shadow. These observations, often overlooked in the rush of daily life, become sources of inspiration and wonder. In a world dominated by digital screens and virtual interactions, the zero-budget experience serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of real-world connections. When you're stripped of your digital devices and forced to navigate the city using only your intuition and the kindness of strangers, you rediscover the power of human connection. A simple smile, a shared meal, a conversation with a local, these interactions take on a new level of significance. You're reminded that the most meaningful experiences in life are often analog, not digital, rooted in face-to-face interactions and shared moments of genuine human connection. This reconnection with the real world, raw and unfiltered, is both humbling and invigorating. It's a reminder that despite the increasing digitalization of our lives, the human need for connection, for belonging, and for shared experiences remains a fundamental aspect of our being. Let's be honest, surviving 24 hours in a city without spending any money is no walk in the park. It's challenging, uncomfortable, and at times even a little bit scary. But it's also incredibly rewarding. It pushes you outside your comfort zone, forces you to confront your fears, and teaches you valuable lessons about resourcefulness, resilience, and the kindness of strangers. You discover hidden facets of yourself, unlock hidden gems within the city, and gain a newfound appreciation for the simple things in life. This experience, though fleeting, stays with you long after the 24 hours have passed, influencing your perspective, shaping your values, and reminding you that adventure can be found in the most unexpected places, even without spending a dime. So the next time you find yourself in a new city, consider ditching the guidebook, emptying your wallet, and embarking on your own zero-budget adventure. You might be surprised by what you discover about the city, about yourself, and about the remarkable resilience of the human spirit.